Welcome back to another video on the Porsche Nashville YouTube channel. My name is Colin Doherty, and today we're going to be starting a new series with you guys, taking a look at all of the different cars in the Porsche lineup, doing a bit of a deeper dive than we usually do, and today we're going to start that series off with the Macan. This is our most popular option by quite a bit. It is so much fun, it is very practical, and it has a fantastic design. So today we're going to do a pretty thorough tour of this car, take a look at the exterior, interior, the technology, and what makes this such a strong competitor in the small SUV landscape. Let's dig in. So first things first, this is of course a Porsche, and it needs to look like one. So the designers have done some pretty interesting things to make this look like the rest of the cars in the lineup. Of course, you have the raised front fenders, trademark of every one of these cars, allows you to see where the front wheels are at any given time just by a quick glance across the hood. You also have a front clamshell design on the hood. Very interesting, and it means you don't have any ugly hood lines like any other car. It really helps smooth out the design. So taking a closer look at those design details, up front here you have a brand new front bumper for 2022. Features this nice textured volcano black accent up front. Looks very, very nice. You also have a little radar dish up front. That's going to be for your radar cruise control. Very cool feature. If you see that on other cars, that's what it is. You have the trademark LED light strips in front here. Those are going to be always on when you're driving, looking very, very sharp. Moving around to the side here, we have, in this car, it's finished in aluminum. You could also get it finished in gloss black or just a nice plastic look, but the window trim here is going to accentuate the fly line of this car, another very, very important piece of Porsche design language. Around the bottom, you have the side blade down here. It's a trademark of the Porsche Macan, is the side blade. In this car, it's painted and body colored, but there's also a couple of customization options there as well. Now, around back, we have a couple more interesting details. You have the rear light bar, as mentioned before, very, very iconic to the Porsche brand at this point, and also previously mentioned, this nice big spoiler around back looking very sporty. Maybe the last thing to mention down here is the new rear bumper with that same lava black textured accent. Looks very sharp indeed. I'm gonna hop inside now and show you a couple of the cool details in there. Welcome to the interior of the Macan, and truly this is one of my favorite Porsche interiors. The way it's laid out, the way everything is so easy to figure out, makes it such a nice place to spend time. So in here, maybe the biggest thing that you see is this beautiful lower console here. Everything is under a piece of glass, making everything very, very clean. Moving up, you have the 10.9-inch touchscreen. This thing has wireless Apple CarPlay. One of my favorite details about this car is that it's not sticking up out of the dashboard like a tombstone you see on every other car. It's nicely integrated, and just in general, that's one of my favorite things about this cabin. Everything feels high quality, everything feels screwed together well, everything feels expensive. As far as the actual features in this cabin go, it is loaded up. You have heated, air-conditioned seats. You have these beautiful leather seats, super soft, super high quality feeling. You have the panoramic sunroof with the Premium Plus package, as well as blind spot monitors, lane departure warning, and the optional park assist, which will actually park this car for you. Very, very high tech and very fun. Of course, one of the most important parts of the interior is what's directly in front of you when you're driving the car. So the steering wheel is basically lifted right out of the 911. Very thin, very easy to operate, and you have these nice metal shift paddles that are so nice to use. You have the option to flick it into manual right on the steering wheel. As far as the gauges go, like any Porsche, you have the tachometer right top dead center for you to see as easily as possible. And to the right of that, you have a little multifunction screen here to allow you to show a whole menagerie of information depending on what you want to look at any given time. And finally, that brings us to the powertrain of this car. This particular car is a base Macan, which means it has a 2-liter 4-cylinder, about 261 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. This is the same engine as the Golf R and new Golf GTI, so even though it is just a 4-cylinder, you have quite a bit of power. This thing is an absolute joy, loves to rev, loves to have fun. As far as the transmission goes, you have the 7-speed PDK transmission that Porsche is world famous for at this point. It's basically the same transmission as a new 911, so you can flick those gears as much as you want without having to worry about ever hurting this car. And there you guys have it, a brief introduction to the Porsche Macan. I really hope this video was informative. There's a lot to like about these cars, and something you cannot get across on camera is the driving experience. So if you want to come take one of these for a spin, definitely give us a call here at Porsche Nashville. Let us know. We'll set you up and we'll definitely get you in one of these cars. Thank you again for watching. Take care.